What is up, my G's? Welcome to day 3 of Grounded 1.0. Today we're going to be unlocking 4 mutations, finding 2 rotten weapons, a rotten gear piece, and visiting the pond. So let's get into it. Good old TDM to get the day started. We have a Orb Weaver and a Orb Weaver Junior versus a Bombardier Beetle. I was really hoping the Bombardier Beetle would pull out the dub here because that's free spider parts that I don't have yet. Let's go. Alright, so something I've been looking for is the rotten larva blade, and I knew it was by a hot dog landmark. I thought it was by the base, but I was wrong. It's actually by the log where we found the lawn mites. Pretty much the far southeast side of it. So let's head over there. So similar to the Grassmaster mutation, you also get the Rock Cracker mutation for smashing rocks, marble, all that different kind of stuff. So sap, obviously. So there's one mutation unlocked, nice and easy. You're going to want to equip that as soon as possible as well, same as the Grassmaster. While you're farming, it's going to help. Basically just making it easier to smash rocks. Again, farming lawn mites since we're over here anyways. I've been using the axe quite a bit to kill the weevils, mites, all the small little insects, and eventually you're going to unlock the chopper mutation, which basically does more damage if you use the axe against insects. So there's 2 mutations in 30 seconds. And coming around the southeast side of the log, you're going to see that Billy Hog landmark. Beside it is going to be this kind of tunnel looking leaf. You're going to go in there, and this is where you're going to find the rotten larva blade. Kind of like the sword in the stone, it's just stuck in the rock there. You're going to want to come up, collect that, and there you go. Okay, and then the other thing I decided to do while I was over here anyways, I mentioned it in the previous video, is lawn mites are the easiest way to unlock the Parry Master mutation. Basically, you're just going to isolate one, and perfect block. You're going to have to get the timing down, but perfect block when he jumps at you. He jumps every second or so. I think it's 50 perfect blocks, so in less than a minute you can actually have that unlocked as well. And finally, since I was over here anyways, I have a daily quest to kill 5 spiderlings right there on the map, just north of the east side of the log. There's a plank. Underneath the plank you can find spiderlings. So I'm gonna head over there and just knock out that daily quest real quick and get the raw science.
Peeping goggles equipped. Let's see what's sneaking around here.
So spiderlings do appear in a few different places. This is one of them. When I came down here there wasn't any. So fun fact, if you break open the web sacks, spiderlings will appear. Another side note, I've switched from the axe to kill them to the hammer because, like the other mutation, once you kill, again I think it's 50, with the hammer, you will get a mutation where hitting insects with a hammer does more damage. So I'm gonna start working on that and just knock out this real quick. And of course, stopping by the field station on my way home to analyze the rotten larva blade and the spider parts that I got from earlier. This was actually pretty big. I unlocked brain power level 5, which gives me a ton of stuff to get into the pond, which I'm gonna need coming up pretty soon here, and some other stuff, including, I believe it's tier 2 tools, which I don't have enough materials to craft yet, but I do have them unlocked at least now. So the Pebble Dagger is going to be huge, the Slime Lantern is going to be huge, and the Gill Tube is all things I'm going to need in a few minutes here. So that was big. Alright, we're going to take our first trip over to the pond right now. I haven't crafted anything yet. No fin flops, no Gill Tube, no Pebble Dagger, which is going to be the only underwater weapon we have anytime soon. But I kind of know the area. This portion on the left, I guess it's the west side, is pretty shallow. And there's a lot of stuff that you can just go in and collect without having to need any tools or anything like that. So that's what I did. I just came over. I'm gonna need these materials to craft some of the stuff, like the Gill Tubes, the fin flops, all that kind of stuff. So I just came over and got some so that I could go and analyze it and get ready to actually come and explore the pond a bit.
Science!
That actually didn't really do a whole lot, but we will take the raw science and we will take the brain power. Something we are gonna need is the Pebble Dagger, which we can now craft. We had rock, we had rope, now we have wax, we have all the materials to craft it, so we're going to craft up one of those. Like I said, it's pretty much going to be the only underwater weapon you have right now, and you're going to need it for farming and killing insects underwater. The next thing we're going to need is some slime mold stock for the slime mold torch, which is the underwater torch. Easiest place to get this is the red anthill. There it is right there. Make sure you got your red ant armor on so you don't get bothered by the ants. And we don't need a whole lot, so I'm just going to grab a couple and head back out. And of course, making sure that we analyze it.
Science!
Alright, so back at base, let's see what we need here. The slime lantern, we got the slime mold stock, we got the lily pad wax, we need eelgrass strands, which we're going to need the Pebble Dagger to farm. And for the Gill Tube, we're going to need some more eelgrass strands and some silk rope. So, we're going to need to build ourselves a spinning wheel now, because that's how you get the silk rope. All that looks good. We have that in our inventory, so let's craft one of those. Super easy to use. All you do is put in web fibers, which you get from spider webs, or grass fibers, and this will make crafting regular rope more efficient. Now we can put it in and we'll get 1 for 1 instead of 3 for 1 with the grass fibers. But for now we need the silk rope, so let's focus on that. And once it's ready, make sure you collect it and take it to the field station and analyze it. Alright, and heading back now to the pond, we are going for the eelgrass strands, mostly. Nothing new, just the Pebble Dagger, since that's what we're going to need to farm. If we do come across some insects while we're down there, we'll probably kill those. I actually do have a daily quest to kill 2 diving bell spiders, so hopefully we run into those while we're down here. Make sure while you're in here that you are watching your O2, your oxygen, carefully, and don't be diving down too deep. Remember, however far down you go, you have to come back up, and you don't have very much oxygen without the gill tube or the bubble helmet. There's some eelgrass strands pretty close right here, so we're just gonna farm more than we need. Again, we're down here anyways. Better to make sure that we have more than enough than have to come back for, 1 or 2 strands. So get as much as you can, and again, watch your air. As you can see, I'm already running out. This is a water boatman insect. Not very strong. I don't even think they attack back, but they will have materials you're going to need, so make sure you kill those if you come across them. I was positive there's something hidden under this frisbee or around this frisbee. Took a look around, I couldn't really find it. I can't even remember offhand what it is. It'll come to me, I'm sure. But yeah, just doing some exploring. Grab eelgrass strands, kill water boatmen. You're going to also run into water fleas, watch your air. And diving bell spiders and tadpoles are all things you can kill with the Pebble Dagger, and they're not too hard. So there are definitely better weapons for underwater, but for now the Pebble Dagger is more than enough. And as always, we're here already, so we might as well farm up as much as we can. Not gonna go too crazy, but these are the diving bell spiders. We need 2 of those for the daily quest, and you can see some raw science down there, so we'll take care of the spiders first, and then grab that raw science, grab some more eelgrass, and probably go back to base pretty soon. So I think I noticed when you kill the water boatmen only, they actually give you a bit of oxygen. So keep that in mind. If you're running low, you can maybe try kill one of those. I wouldn't count on it though, but it seems like it's a possibility anyways. This is a water flea, and I know I haven't killed any of them yet, so I'm going to do that again while I'm here already anyways. Try to at least grab one of everything, so you have stuff to analyze and unlock. There's the second diving bell spider. There's the daily quest to complete and another 100 raw science. And again, there's a lot that I need from down here, but I know I need the eelgrass strands mostly, so I'm just going to grab as much of that as possible. But again, don't get too carried away. If you look, my oxygen is below half now, and I've come down here. I kind of like say halfway is the marker, you know, if your O2 is at the halfway mark and you're down towards the bottom somewhere, it's going to take at least half to get back to the top. So this is cutting a lot closer than you want to actually, but we made it, we're fine. And I just couldn't help myself. I had to check the frisbee again. I know there's something here. I just can't remember what it is. But we'll find it. Trust me, we'll find it. That's going to be good enough for now. We got the eelgrass strands we need. We have more materials to analyze, so let's head back to base and take care of some of that stuff.
Science!
Alright, then back at base, we are going to craft a slime mold torch, which is the underwater torch, and we are going to make a gill tube, which is a breathing apparatus, will help us with our oxygen while we're swimming around. Fin flops are another thing you're going to want, but there's a reason that I'm not crafting them, and I will show you that coming up in a second here. Alright, so two things you're going to want to make sure you have in your inventory is the gill tube and the slime lantern. I'm also going to keep the diving bell spider pieces and the water flea meat on me because I will use the field station over by the oak tree to analyze those, and that's where we're headed now.
Science!
Okay, so the reason we came over here is we are going for the rotten fin flops. This is the location. You're going to be north side of the oak tree, and we're going to be going somewhere up around in there. I can't remember exactly. I think it might be under that log ahead. If not, it's just going to be to the left somewhere. That is the koi fish. Just so you know, you cannot beat him. You can't peep him. He will one hit you if you get too close, so when you hear that growling and or see him getting too close, you're going to want to get out of there. There's no getting around it. He'll kill you no matter what. And then now we're just going to put on the gill tube. As you could see, I think it was about 30 seconds or something before we could hold our breath. Now we're up to over 70 seconds, almost 80 seconds. So that's what the gill tube does. There is a better headpiece that gives you even longer, but the Gill tube is enough for now. And this is why we want the slime lantern. Again, it's the underwater lantern, and we're going to be going into a cave somewhere around here, so we're definitely going to need that. Both of those pieces, actually. And there is the cardio fan mutation. Basically what that does is it increases your stamina regen and decreases the exhaustion time. So if you do run out of stamina, it won't take so long before it starts regenning. Which is a pretty big one actually. Stamina is kind of an issue, especially in the beginning, so you're going to want to equip that as soon as possible now that you have it. Alright, and this is the cave I was looking for. It's going to be essential that you have the slime lantern on you because you're not going to be able to see down here at all. And also the Gill tube, otherwise you're going to run out of oxygen. You're still not going to want to mess around in here for too long. There's some raw science. There's also going to be a diving bell spider. I wouldn't really mess with them too much. The rotten fin flops are right there. So just grab those and get out. That's what we came here for. We got it, so no point in sticking around. Once you're safe, I would recommend putting on the fin flops. They increase your swim speed, so that'll help you get to the surface quicker if you're running out of oxygen. I didn't, but you should. There's no reason not to. You have them on you, so you might as well wear them. Alright, we're gonna skip ahead here, and the next thing we are going for is the rotten stinger spear. And to find it, this is going to be the location you're going to want to be in. Pretty much what you're going to want to do is come to the oak tree, find Burgle's lab, which is right there. Turn around, come out. There's the lotus flower, I think it is, on the lily pad there. We're going to find the T-Rex landmark as well. That's actually where the stinger spear is hidden. And so on that lily pad, this is the location on the map. We're on the lily pad with the flower, and we're going to pretty much jump straight down here. You're going to want to swim down to the very bottom, take a look around. Your oxygen's going to be running out, but don't worry, there is something to deal with that. And this is what we're looking for here, this wire. It's going to go down into like a cavern type thing, and the wire actually lets off air bubbles. And as long as you go over top of it, your oxygen will replenish. So you follow this down, not very far, and you will find the Sunken T-Rex landmark. In the T-Rex's mouth is where you will find the rotten stinger spear. Grab that raw science if you want. There's also a couple other materials down here that you will need the acorn shovel for. These are koi scale, and we are also going to find some sunken bone down here. Even if you only grab one for now, to analyze, that's fine, but again, you're already down here, you might as well. But you're going to want to kind of make trips back to the wire here, get some oxygen, and you're just going to look around. This is kind of the way to the underwater lab as well, which we're not going to be doing today, but all around the T-Rex and towards the lab, which I will show you coming up, the direction that you'll be going anyways, is where you'll find koi scales and sunken bones. So again, might as well grab as many as you can. There's some sunken bone right there. And straight ahead there, that's the way you're going to want to go to get to the underwater lab. Again, I'm not going there today. Just grab those koi scales. Any more sunken bone we can find, which is gonna... It's a material for the bone dagger, I believe it's called, which is much better than the pebble dagger. But again, the pebble dagger does work, especially for now. It's good enough. Grab some oxygen. Come down again, make sure you're grabbing at least a few koi scales, at least a few bones, because you will need them. And again, you're here anyways, might as well, right? You could grab this clay if you want. I wouldn't recommend getting clay from down here. There's better places to get it from. You'll need the acorn shovel if you do want to. Again, that's the way to the underwater lab. We're not going to go all the way, but we'll head that way a little bit because there's going to be more koi scales and sunken bones along the way. And also there is a little secret down here. It's a sunken chest that you're going to need a key for. Offhand, I can't remember where the key is or how to get it, but this is the chest here. So you just want to keep that in mind for when you come down. I can't remember where you get the key. It might be in the lab. You might have to like go to the lab, get it, and then come back. It could just be on the floor here. I don't know. If you are confident with your oxygen levels, you could take a look if you want. I can't remember. I will cover it in a future video, but for now, cutting it pretty close here, and missed that oxygen. This was actually really close. I remember this. I should have died there. I thought I was dead, and then luckily a bubble came up and saved me. One thing I'm gonna mention, actually, if you die underwater, your bag will float. So if you are running out of oxygen and you know you're gonna die, pro tip, make sure that the area above you is clear, and so your bag will float to the top, because if you die and you're under some rocks or something, your bag will float and then hit the rocks and it'll stay underwater. And if it's that far under and you're limited on materials for another gill tube or something, you're gonna have a hell of a time trying to get your bag back. So if it's inevitable and you know you're gonna die, try to make sure that the area above you is clear so that your bag will float to the top at least, and then you can just swim out and grab it, no problem. But if it's stuck under somewhere, you're gonna be in trouble.
Feeling refreshed.
Also, I don't know how many of you caught that, but I wasn't wearing the fin flops the entire time until the very, very end when I almost died. Then I put them on to get to the surface once I had oxygen again. Again, put those on. I don't know why I didn't. But make sure you do, and that'll save you a lot of headache as well. And of course, since we have a bunch of new materials on us, we're going to want to analyze some of it. We have more than 3, so we'll analyze 3 here, go back to base, maybe depot, and then hit the other field station and analyze the rest.
Science!
Also, while we're here, we're going to want to use the ASL machine. We are out of daily quest, and we have a fair amount of raw science that we can maybe buy some upgrades with. So, buff lungs is not a bad mutation. There's also meat shield, which is pretty good. We don't quite have enough. I should have maybe just gone and farmed a little raw science real quick, but I went with fiber bandage efficiency instead because that's also really important. Craft an eye patch, easy. Hunting bees, we don't even have a bow yet, so I'm not gonna do that. And kill 5 bombardier beetles. That doesn't really count if the insects kill each other, and I don't feel like doing that, so we're gonna reject these two and wait till tomorrow, and some fresh quest will spawn for us. Alright, and that's pretty much going to be it for today. I guess with all these new mutations, I'm going to show you guys where you find them. So you go to your menu, you go to status, and this is where the mutations that you've unlocked with descriptions are all going to be. I think right now you're going to be able to equip 2 at a time. That's something milk molars do. It makes it so you can equip more mutations. But for now you can equip 2. Choose wisely. For tomorrow's video, I've been meaning to kind of head over to the hedge, but I've got a couple other ideas before we go over there. So I think we're still gonna put that on hold for now. It will be coming up soon. But I do have another idea for tomorrow, and I will leave you guys a little hint at the very, very end of this video, so make sure you watch till the very end. Thank you guys for tuning in. Again, if you're enjoying the videos or if you're finding them helpful at all, make sure you drop a like. If you're not subscribed already, please do so. GG's, and I will see you guys tomorrow.